happy wine and watch day. We have our wine here ready to go. We're ready for the madness. Okay. All right, we're ready to watch the Golden Girls. Oh boy. New hair, new me. You know what's good. You know what's good. Okay. You know what's good. Grabbing your wine as you should, Ashley, as you should. Thank you, another round. Thank you, thank you. Cutting and Jar are still together as they should be. The vibes are immaculate between the two of them. Honestly, if they weren't together, it would have been a crime against humanity. Okay. Waiting for your food to arrive. India, I should have gotten food, honestly. Cause I'm currently drinking on an empty stomach, so this chat could go anywhere. No wine for me, just had a tooth pulled. Ooh. Maybe next week. Maybe next week, man. Oof. I have my truly tropical punch. You know what? Whatever floats your boat, babe. Whatever floats your boat. Thank you, M. Carter's daughter. Hello, Louisiana. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Mari. Whew. So I'll say this now for the people who care. Next week, will I be here? Highly unlikely. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, miss me with the DMs because I know they're coming. I might not be here. If y'all don't see a scheduled live, then I'm not gonna be here. If y'all do see it, then I am gonna be here. I just wanna clear that up now so people don't come looking for me. Yeah, Bokanya. Drink my non-alcoholic wine. Preggers. Oh, congratulations. Praying for a healthy, happy baby. Truly seltzers. That's okay too. That's okay too. Haven't been on a live in a while because of the disrespect. Glad for the rules. You were disrespected personally, Vanessa? See, never that. Never that, y'all. This is a community. Let's be nice. Not Cleopatra. I'm feeling myself tonight. Is that the vibe I'm giving? You know how black girls be when we just get our hair done. You feel brand new. Now, if I had nails and I beat my face, oh, y'all would be sick of me. Prepare right now to be sick of me. I come looking for you. This is the only Friday night social life. Well, next week you might not find me. I'm gonna be honest. You might not find me. So, what do you guys think is gonna go on tonight? I saw on the description of the episode they said Precious gets loud. They are so rude. They are so shady. Precious gets loud. Ciao. I know Sabrina is gonna accuse Donovan of wanting to be with Joy. That's a lot. Yeah, that was me a couple weeks ago. I got my hair did. Right? Makes you feel a little bit different. Carmen coming with her usual BS. Mercy. Precious being loud. What's new? Oh my gosh. Donovan wants to be with a man. Y'all, come on. Yeah, Precious said in some interviews that she regrets how she acted at the reunion. That would make sense. I still think they have a stupid format over at Ready to Love. Why the hell, hi Hyacinth, are they not waiting until the season is over? Even with the interviews, no offense, like, I'm glad that it gives us a little bit of context as we're watching, but like, excuse me, leave it until after the season, in my opinion. But whatever. I hope Karma doesn't wear her contacts. I don't think she will. Honestly, I personally don't even have an issue with contacts. Y'all know I already showed y'all my picture of me in contacts. It's just the baby blue. Why the baby blue? Hit us with like a hazel, a light brown. I don't know. I think Precious is still better from being cut so early. considering when they film it, I could see that. Thank you, Hyacinth. I appreciate that. Donovan and Carmen are still together. Seems like it from Instagram. Yep, I saw that as well. I saw that as well. I hope the reunion gives. Last season was meh. Really? I thought last season's reunion gave us the info that we needed. I mean, in last season's defense, they did have a different host, and maybe that's what threw off the vibe a little bit, but yeah. I've enjoyed seeing Clifton share pictures of him enjoy. Right? They are so freaking cute. I can't. Oh, they are so cute.
When you have a cast filled with sexy, attractive singles, you got to expect some innuendos to come with the territory.
You're funny.
I'm, well endowed, so it's like...
No!
Man.
I couldn't believe he said it. I was like, did he really just tell me about his Johnson?
I would love to give you my pickle if you want it.
Why do you feel this cast is so sexual?
It's chemistry. I mean, we're single. When are you supposed to flirt? When you're single. So we kind of open the door by saying little things, and either you catch it or you don't.
Y'all got something pent up in y'all. I'm going to get it out, too.
Ooh, child.
Feel the tension. What do y'all think about the whole curveball for this season of blind dates?
It didn't disrupt the flow for me because I was going to take my time to figure everybody out regardless.
That was a good answer.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Absolutely.
What the hell is this? What the hell? We are 10 minutes in and have zero. Zero. What the hell is this? By far, this is the worst start ever. The worst start ever. Oh my gosh. The budget is really low this season, I tell you. Producers ain't getting paid. Producers are on strike. Did Tommy edit this reunion? Because it ain't given. Let's pour some more wine because that's the only way we're going to get by today. The editing is so bad, Stephanie. See, but Delphin, why must there be a part 2 in order to keep us around? If y'all are going to do a reunion, not a recap. You recapped at the beginning and then you recap as the reunion. What are we here for? Thank you, Lovely P. What are we here for? So anyways, if we're going to talk about some of the stuff that they talked about, the cast was asked, why do you guys feel like this is the most sexual so far? And Carmen said, oh, it's just the vibe, if you catch it, you catch it. Problem is, look how few couples ended the season. Proof is in the pudding. Thank you, Junie. But Azza, they can recap and not give us, the viewers, that. Like, we don't get to see the entire reunion as in, like, the whole however many hours that they were there. In the same way that they shouldn't have to show us all of these recaps. It's stupid. It's stupid. But yeah, I'm like, this whole sexual thing, that's just how we are. That's just y'all, whatever. Okay, but look how many of y'all are not only not in relationships, but despise each other. And production is shady for sitting Sabrina beside Donovan. Y'all ain't have to do that. Y'all ain't have to do that. Tommy seems like he didn't know what to ask. I don't know. I feel like so far I need a different host, but not the lady from last year, because I felt like she was very biased. But I like that Tommy does host because he was there with them. But reunion needs somebody else. We are here to boost their ratings. I don't think so. Laverne is giving futuristic lacrosse player. Carmen gave a bad answer to the question. I don't even necessarily think it's bad. I think it worked out in her favor because she is still with the person that, you know, she was vibing with. But in terms of the cast as a whole, like, nah, y'all were doing all these sexual innuendos that led nowhere. So don't make it seem like, oh, you know, it's a part of the process. That's what we are. It's what we do. What did you say, Chindi? I missed it. The Love and Hip Hop host, forgot her name. Ooh, I haven't seen Love and Hip Hop in years. Laverne, please put your knees away. Leave that man alone. He want to show some skin. The ladies got to show their skin this season. Let him show some skin.
During the beach house retreat, the singles decided to play a little game of truth or dare. It was all fun and games till feelings got hurt, leaving Tori to wonder if Sabrina had bit off more than he could chew.
He's
Roll the tape.
Sabrina, girlfriend.
Well, all right.
I'm really shocked.
At the pool party, Demetrius took the time to sit me to the side and tell me how he felt about me. In that message, he told me, Sabrina, this is me stepping out and showing you how I feel about you.
In the ladies' lounge, you were smitten
Hello?
because Tori emerged. Like that
That was actually about Demetrius. And honestly, I didn't expect Tori to even respond that way. I thought Tori was gonna be like, for real, Sabrina? Oh, I got you on my turn, or you gonna find out, or whatever. I expected him to have
Well,
a more
that's an assumption in that.
a more playful
that's
energy.
That's an assumption thinking that he
And
would
we are-
feel
hold
a
on.
certain way.
Truth or dare?
So, Tommy, you heard this, right? It's not Laverne's fault.
But Laverne, I never blamed you.
Won't he do it?
Thank
you, Lord.
It ain't Laverne's fault. I chose there.
Right.
Thank
You blamed him, though. First of all, Sabrina's lying by saying she never blamed Laverne because she definitely did. She's like, you're messy for doing truth or dare. Da, da, da. Oh, or was it Precious? Maybe it was Precious. Hold on. Was it Sabrina or was it Precious? Because if it was, then I take it back. Then I take it back. I think it was both of them. If I'm not mistaken, I do actually think that it was Precious. I'm seeing both, but I'm seeing more Precious. So I'm gonna take that blame away for the moment because that's what she said. But if we're calling out the rest of the cap, Miss Ma'am, Tori didn't do anything to show you that he was willing to pursue you. He was doing way more even before the beach house date than Demetrius did. And I feel like that was the first time we ever saw Demetrius even show a morsel of interest. Now, I don't know. Tori was bringing gifts, which doesn't mean that, you know, reciprocation is supposed to come. But to say he wasn't showing interest, baby girl, let's tell the truth now. Let's tell the truth now. He fixated on her and wanted her to jump. That's not how dating works. Sabrina was reading Steve Harvey's Think Like a Man. Okay, she done studied the book front to back. Wow, she was moving like a player. And ended up getting played. Oh my goodness. And the women's lounge, Tori was hyped. I mean, if we're being honest, like maybe we missed the whole like so-and-so emerged, but regardless, she was speaking very highly of Tori more than she was Demetrius. So I understand that they're trying to say, oh, Joy was, you know, egging on the situation. Yeah, it did add insult to injury, but like everybody expected you to head for Tori. Every single human being, even Demetrius, even after his admission by the rocks, he still was like, what you over here for? Come on, man. She wanted Demetrius to do what Tori did naturally, and it never happened. I do believe that her interest was always more in Demetrius. However, he just wasn't that expressive, and she couldn't deal with that. Joy and all the initial cast, that was their thought, Tori. Absolutely. Absolutely. No, she was giving Tori play and was talking to him, but then pulled all the way back. That's why he was confused by her. Okay. Exactly. Now she's backpedaling like she didn't hype Tori up.
I know you don't care, but I'm gonna tell you I blocked you, just like I blocked everybody else on social media. I disengaged.
You and Carmen are together now. How are you guys? Tell me where you stand.
We're great. We're having fun. We are enjoying each other's time. We enjoy each other's families. We're on board, full speed ahead, making plans. And as these things change, we'll change.
We communicate really, really well. And so it's like, it was just natural. I feel like we belong together.
I think that people end up where they're supposed to be.
Donald, when did you know Carmen was the one?
I think when we went to the house, everything just started coming, just started aligning.
Some people are having mixed opinions about them being together. I'm with you. I feel like when they show up on my social media, it does seem like, you know those people who like, that's your homie and like sometimes y'all kiss? No? Anyways, that's the vibe I get from them, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's the relationship that they're trying to have, right? My thing is like, if they're really trying to make it seem like this relationship is like forever and life partner and stuff, that's what's hard for me to believe. However, that is me imposing my relationship ideals on them. So I do think whatever they have for them, it works. And so I'm getting on board. I can't lie. I'm getting on board. Some people still don't believe it. Okay. Yes, like, you kissing your homie, like you like him, but you don't like him, but you like him. Or you kiss him sometimes. Yeah, this reunion is mad, Chindi. This is why, 1, live reunions are better, and 2, reunions after the season has aired, where everyone has seen their edit, and everyone has seen our comments on it, are much better. These pre-filmed reunions are whack. They are whack. Inhala, exhala. Don't worry, Queen. A lot of people imposing their feelings. Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, if it works for them, it works for them. Y'all know me. To me, this is a television show. When it's over, my life moves on, and so does theirs. You wish them well, and you keep it pushing. So all the best. All the best. Oh, Sean is in the chat. Good God, it's about to get messy. Ooh. Tina's on some bogus stuff. Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like Kina asked why she was blocked, and then she responded with that. I highly doubt she just came with that out of nowhere. And if she did, well, I highly doubt that's how that happened. I think that they chopped and screwed that, but if they didn't, hey man, one thing about Tina, she gonna say what she wanna say. Tina tickles me. She tickles me too. She tickles me too. I don't feel like we're getting any answers. Same, Carmen. Same. Tina was a fool for that. Listen, I'm a queen of a block and delete too. I'm telling you, the people I see myself the most in is Tina and Joy. And it's funny because that's who people don't like the most. And I'm like, bro, what? I'm just like them. See, somebody said Joy's a mean girl undercover. I don't see that.
Well, tell me about the incident.
Felt like the way we communicated, it would probably be okay, but I think there was embarrassment there, and it was something I should not have done with other people around.
He definitely misread where we were. I just felt that he thought that he had access to something that he didn't.
I'd be trying to be nice.
Oh.
I never disrespected you or changed. No,
You never disrespected me? Oh, God.
Other than that thing that you said then, no. I sent you a text message that night saying that I apologized for making you feel uncomfortable. I did that. So how could it have been sooner than the same night? Seriously.
Oh, no.
And we can move on from there.
All right, it's time for a quick pause, but don't go anywhere because we're talking to Sabrina and all her men when Ready to Love Potomac reunion special continues.
That was rude, Tommy. Oh my gosh. Listen. I've said my piece on the situation. As a woman who has been sexually assaulted on multiple occasions, I can understand Nakia's story. I 1000% can understand. A piece of me understands Eric's story if what he's saying is true. A piece of me can understand that because somebody very near and dear to me had a horrible situation where somebody claimed something that wasn't necessarily perceived, that didn't happen as it was perceived, let me say it that way. And they had their consequences, and then years later, the person rebutted. However, the consequences cannot be, erased. So I'm just here like, I wish. It's okay, Trilvia. This is something that I don't carry any shame for, carry any shame over, carry any shame about. I don't know the word to use because that's not my shame to carry. That's their problem. They know they predators. That's their business, not mine. My thing is, if there were other people there in this situation, I'm going to need more people to really speak up on what happened because I feel like it's easy to misconstrue where you are with somebody. If what he's saying is true, we're like, in the background, like, they had been kissing already. They had already been feeling up on each other. Like, you know what I mean? And we've seen Nakia make sexually suggestive comments and also being touchy with people. And on the other hand, Eric needs to understand boundaries are boundaries, whether or not people are present. So don't say, oh, she wouldn't have reacted that way if people weren't there. Stop it right there. Stop it right there. A crime is a crime, even if it happened in the dark. I'm not saying what he did was a crime. I'm just saying don't say that. That's all I'm trying to say. Him getting loud, definitely does seem like he's guilty a little bit. I don't know. His apology did kind of seem a little disingenuous, especially when you react the way that you did near the end of it. Like, then keep your apology. I don't want it if that's how you're going to react. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a sticky one. And unless the other people who witnessed are going to come clean, then I don't know.
Sabrina?
Yes, sir.
What did it feel like to have so many connections all at one time?
How many people out there?
To go from, having one person in your life for nearly a decade to juggling 3 connections, it was quite a transition for me. This is also the man that told me that had he started the process earlier, he would have ended up with another woman on the cast.
Well, you told me that too.
You said
That's
it to
a getaway.
me as well.
Oh, it's okay. Golden Girls, I'm gonna ask y'all to calm down, okay?
Yes, Donovan!
I came here for love. I'm very intentional. I want somebody to know they want me. 100%.
Right.
And if I'm not getting that, I can't give her that energy like I wanted to.
Come to find out, her and Donovan were, I guess, hanging out off camera or whatever, and they kissed multiple times.
Donovan and I had kissed weeks before.
Okay.
He was sitting on that for weeks and then had a moment of clarity.
I did not tell him to hurt him. I told him because I respected him.
I still agree with Sabrina on the fact that if I'm not in a good place with you, I'm not meeting your family. I don't care if it's the structure of the show. I don't care. I'm not doing it. That's me. That is Elaine. Okay, that is Elaine. Elaine and Sabrina on that do agree. However, Sabrina to me, like the attention. She did. Like, being a hot commodity feels good. We'd all be lying if we said it didn't feel good. It feels good. Being pursued by a lot of people feels good. A lot of fine people too. It feels good. I also agree with her when she said that Demetrius wasn't giving her the energy that she was looking for. He wasn't. We were seeing it through the camera. He wasn't. Now, do I feel like Sabrina really had the intention of finding her person on this cast? I don't know. It seemed like she was playing games. I don't want to say it. And this is why I say we need the resort again, because I'm tired of these off-screen phone conversations, all this stuff. Just let us see everything that's going on, because I'm tired of the back and forth. I'm tired of the he said, she said. Like, let's get rid of that. Definitely playing games. We need the resort. What does Laverne have on? Okay, he has his Easter's best. 10 minutes left. The reunion part 1 is not giving. It surely is not. They're really trying to toss Sabrina under the bus. Lady, some of it I feel like is justified. Not necessarily justified, but I feel like what they're saying does have merit. But a lot of it does kind of seem catty. It does. Truth Hurts is really stuck on Joy. We love the Joy support over here. Listen, I love Joy too. Whew, yeah, I don't know. I waited all week for this. Cold-blooded, they're not giving us much. They're not giving us much of anything. I would have loved to see some unseen footage of maybe, the discourse that Sabrina's talking about between her and Demetrius that made her not want to see his family. Maybe the attack that Donovan said that Sabrina did to him. But he did say that happened off camera. But, like, there's just too much happening outside of production where we, the people, kind of have to just go with the person who you have closer affinity to. If you like Donovan, you'll believe Donovan. If you like Sabrina, you'll believe Sabrina. If you like Demetrius, you'll believe Demetrius. But there's no evidence for any of us to truly pick a side. So too much off-camera stuff. Exactly, Lakeisha. Exactly. I don't know.
Early on, my man Laverne had a lot of fans amongst the ladies. But as the journey continued, a few of them began to think Laverne was an even bigger fan of himself. Let's take a look. First and foremost, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Is it cocky or is it confidence?
It's confidence. Most people didn't take the time to get to know me.
When do you think confidence crosses over into cockiness?
I don't think it's ever, right? Because at the end of the day, we all are the salt and the light of the earth. So God don't make no jump. I just accept my awesomeness. Some people don't. That's not my problem.
You guys both blocked each other on social media and everything, didn't you?
I did block him,
She blocked me.
We weren't going down the path that, I wanted to go down. And in recognizing that, I knew it was best that I just pull away.
So I got wind of something being formed between Carmen, Tina, and Sabrina.
What?
And so this is what I was told.
What happened was I told Ace that Carmen was plotting with, or called Sabrina and Christina, trying to get them to make a decision. And Tina didn't answer.
Oh, thank you.
And Sabrina was like, nah, like I'm genuinely just don't have a connection with Laverne. I did not tell Ace that Sabrina was
And then
plotting
on
on
the
you.
three-way, you cussed me
lashed out
out.
at Sabrina for no reason.
You cursed
have
me
to take
out.
accountability
You cursed me
for
out
that,
and
bro.
never apologized.
Period.
I never said a
I will
bad
never
word to
apologize to
you.
you, Laverne, because everything I told
I
you was
never
in your
said a
face.
bad word to
Narcissism in
you.
your face.
You had a connection with Tina.
Paul wanted me to self-eliminate myself to be with him.
What the?
Any woman saying that you're going to take someone from me,
So that's out of context.
well, your contact.
Oh.
Are you high?
No, bitch, I'm not.
Like, what's going on with you?
You think I'm gonna sit here and allow you to
You've been on
disrespect
10
me?
all day.
You bitch.
I have something for you. I'd like to know if
Okay. Okay. Not gonna lie to y'all, I feel the wine in my feet, and I know my body, and that means I don't know how much of a filter I have left in me. Let me just say that. The first hour episode is some old bull. Absolutely. Absolutely. He did say, "Are you high?" Mercy, God. Mercy. No, I'm not about to cut up. Never that. Y'all can't see behind the curtain. Not on my life. No. However, so this last scene with Laverne, at the end of the day, for me, I feel like somebody who claims that they have integrity doesn't act the way that they did when they're being eliminated. I understand feeling salty and that people were plotting against you if that's how you perceive things. And I know that in his interview, he did say that a producer, or maybe like a PA, a producer's assistant, did mistakenly call him and let him know that he was going to get evicted. Not evicted. I'm thinking Big Brother. What's the word? Voted off, kicked off, whatever. But still, somebody who actually has decorum still leaves peacefully. Like, in as much as Precious is the more loud person out of a good amount of the women, even her exit, she showed decorum. She was pretty respectful in the way that she bowed out, right? So I'm just like, I don't know. Right, another round, like, y'all, just say you don't like her. Like, calling her masculine, y'all need to chill. She's really not. But anyways, Precious was wrong with you're saying Clifton proposing. Listen, I'm not going to buy into it. It's a proposal until we actually see what happened. But if it is, I'm witty. I'm so confused about who told who what. Like, we grown. Say what you have to say, period. Yeah. That's all I gotta say. It was rude to assume she was on drugs, but Laverne was ready to go in guns blazing. Most of the cast were. Yeah, definitely. Him saying, "Are you high?" You feel the wine in your feet too? Listen, whenever I'm like drinking, this is how I know that it's hitting me. It doesn't hit my head first. It hits my feet, and then it kind of like loads up through my body. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. But when I feel it in my feet, I'm like, oh, child, here we go. Here we go. I told y'all last week, Joy loves Clifton. Clifton likes Joy. Don't say that. I want to believe in them. And you know why I want to believe in them? I want to believe in them because Ready to Love's track record is so trash. And I mean, like, yeah, some people have found love, like, by either intercast mingling or finding somebody outside of the show. But the whole point of watching a show and watching a love story develop is so that at the end of it, you see a couple and you can follow them into their life. So even though some people have found love with other people, I want to see the people that they ended the show with. So that's what I've been drinking. So that's what pisses me off about the show a little bit. I feel like the stakes aren't high enough. The process isn't. They haven't really fleshed it out enough for me. So yeah, I don't know. It's definitely missing something. I'm gonna need more. He might ask her to move in. Low key, that'd be cute as hell. I can't lie. As an African, I wouldn't have allowed anyone to meet my family. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe it's the African/Christian within me. But, like, you not meeting my daddy. No, you not meeting my daddy. You can't actually meet my mom because my mom, oh my goodness, if I'm to use my last situation, my mom is even mad that I'm not friends with him. I'm like, girl, you need to chill. But I feel like that's a big deal. So I agree with Sabrina on that point where it's like, I'm not going to meet your family if I know that we're not in good standing. And when you put into context that there was something that he was holding over her head, let's flash back to, I think it was 2 seasons ago now, where Liz pulled up to the date with I want to call him Daniel, but I know that's not his name. What's his name? Somebody help me. Anyway, she pulled up to the date and he already had David. I was close. He already had information that he was holding over Sabrina's head without her knowledge, and then informed the family. And then it almost was like turning into a firing squad that she didn't know was going to happen. Like, don't set me up. That's messed up. Same thing happened last season with Sabrina and who was Sabrina's other connection? Sean. Sean felt like he was in the Negro Inquisition, and rightfully so. When there's something that you don't sit right with and you tell your family's going to come to your defense before they come to the defense of a stranger. So I'm with Sabrina. We're already not in good standing, and you already told your family about something that's disparaging against my character. Why am I going to pull up? No, never that. Never that. Remember when Mumin met Frank's 12-year-old cousin, child? Oh, thank you, Will. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. Glad to have you. Listen, Shay, y'all know my memory is trash, and it's even worse if I've been drinking, okay? This is true. This is true. It's a part of the show to meet family. It is. And I feel like it's stupid. I feel like it's absolute. Is Put a Ring on It happening right now? If I was caught up with Put a Ring on It, I honestly would put it on for y'all to watch with me, but I can't with that show anymore. I think it's a stupid part of the show because, again, the stakes are not high enough for me. And I feel like, so other shows like The Bachelor or Love is Blind, where at the end, the person actually does get married. To me, I could understand why you would want to have a meeting with the friends, a meeting with family members, you know, some real substantial conversations with people who are very important in your life. However, for Ready to Love, it's dating on steroids. How many of y'all have dated somebody and every single person you went to meet their parents? It's unrealistic. It's not something that you do unless you're really serious about the person. So take the process away. Most of y'all would react the way that Sabrina did. It is too damn early for me to be meeting your family. I also must say, Tina looked Tiffany looked very, very good. I know she's not going to have any speaking lines, but she looked very, very good. Very good. They haven't talked to Fernando, Tiffany, or Keena, and they won't. And they won't. I'm going to miss you on Friday nights. I can catch up on Put a Ring on It. Can that be our new Friday night routine starting next week? How many more episodes are there of Put a Ring on It? Are y'all really going to make me do this? How many more episodes are there? If there's more than 3, then fine. Fine. Agreed. My parents met my boyfriends in my parents met 4 boyfriends in my whole dating history. You see, that's just not something you play with, especially for me. Like, my parents are traditional. Like, my dad expects a dowry. Okay. And as much as I've tried to talk him out of it, and as much as my mom has tried to talk him out of it, he expects a dowry. So who am I bringing some round the way guy? It doesn't make sense. For the love of Tori show, you know, I wouldn't mind that. The more that I see of Tori and the more that he explains himself, I feel like definitely the edit did him dirty. Not necessarily dirty, but the edit emphasized on things that aren't all-encompassing when it comes to him. And that's what shows do. As soon as you show them an insecurity or a sexual side of yourself or a mean side of yourself, they harp on that until kingdom come. So, yeah. Yeah. You wish it was 2 hours? I mean, that's why they're doing part 1 and part 2. I'm Zimbabwean. I'm not Nigerian. Y'all, Queenie said she needs her Friday nights back for a little. Shay, it's not even that. I love hanging out with y'all. Honestly, the best thing of this channel for me right now is the watch parties. It's just, what's the show called? Put a Ring on It specifically. pisses me off. It pisses me off because I feel like it's been so long that we've had to watch white love stories or other love stories where the Black person is either mistreated or perceived as undesirable, where now when we see an all Black cast, I'm excited, but then it almost perpetuates struggle love, and I can't stand behind, I can't do it. Even Ready to Love, the only way that I really stick around is because these people are strangers coming into it. When I see Put a Ring on It and these people are already in struggle love, and then you got Dr. Nicole, love her. And I understand, you know, there's many sides to a story. You know, there's a lot of work that either side of the story needs to do. But when it kind of seems like they're saying, oh, stick with this horrible situation, this person who's mistreated you up and down, left and right, side to side, all around. That's very uncomfortable for me to watch. This season's couples are a hot mess. Child, I heard the girls are fighting. The girls are fighting? It's never that serious. No, we're not doing Put a Ring on It. Sorry, let's go back to Ready to Love. Back to Ready to Love. Okay. What happened in this episode that you were surprised by? I'm honestly not surprised that Wiley said that he was well endowed. I feel like Wiley was somebody that we didn't really take that seriously. The only true potential that we saw on the show was him and Dakia, but Dakia's perfect match with the people provided would have been Eric. And when that went to crap, all her connections went to crap. I don't even know why she tried to venture with Paul. I don't know why. Carmen and Donovan will be Camille and Cornelius? You think so? I don't think so. I think we perceive them as a little bit better. I don't think there's as much vitriol when it comes to Cornelius and Donovan. I mean, what? I've been drinking. I can't think what's happening. What's their names? Carmen and Donovan. Good God. That took so much mental power. Eric was a disappointment. I agree with you, baby. Like, I wanted so much for him, especially the way that he came in. And I think regardless of how things were perceived, you apologize, and apologies don't come with buts. They don't come with, let me plead my case. They just don't come with that, because it almost makes the apology null and void. And so I wish he would have just apologized and let it be, because at that point where he just apologized, Dakia accepted. And Dakia said, it's okay, we move on from it. But it's when he now started to, you know, flip off at the mouth where things got a little... Things got a little crazy. Carmen and Donovan are more genuine and realistic than all the other couples in season 3, 4, or 5. They are not pretending. It's love. Hey, I mean, time will tell. Time will tell. A lot of people were not fans of Cornelius and Camille, and they're still rocking. I may have to go watch that part. What part, Junie? Dakia and Paul were giving pick-me vibes. Can somebody explain what a pick-me is? Because I feel like sometimes I know and sometimes I don't. But for me, Dakia and Paul, I felt like it was just, let's ride it out to the end. Because if we're being honest, feel how you feel about Paul, whether you like him or you don't. The reality is, the way that he was edited, he should have been gone long time ago. The way that he was edited, he should have been gone a long time ago, which makes me feel like he was a production fave and they wanted him to last to the end. And the same with Dakia. So I think they were just kind of making connections where it sort of kind of made sense, but not really, just to get them to the end. But realistically, both of them should have been gone a long time. Paul should have been gone Because his initial connections were Tina, Carmen, Sabrina, Precious, and they all kind of discarded him. And so he latched onto Dakia, who was discarded by technically, sort of, kind of, Eric, Clifton. Who else was Dakia vibing with? She was vibing with Wiley, but, you know, that didn't metastasize. Yeah, they both shouldn't have made it to the end. They both should. Pick me as a woman that goes with whatever a man says to get picked. You think that's Dakia? I don't know. I think Dakia and Paul may find their way to each other. However, I also think Clifton's door is still open for her, especially since Joy is in Mexico. I mean, but Clifton is visiting her in Mexico. I don't think the door is still open between them. Whether or not Dakia and Paul will find each other, I mean, I guess it's not out of the realm of possibility, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Donovan acted like a girl, kissing and telling. Is that what girls do? Because I don't be kissing and telling. Maybe I'm a man. Was there any moment that Joy looked solid and cool tonight? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't share the disdain for Joy. I don't. I'm just like her. I'm petty. I'm loud. I sing. I got faux locks. I mean, bleach my skin and we twins. And lose about 100 pounds, but that's neither here nor there. We all thought Pio would go week 1. He was on the bottom, but managed to get to the end with no real connections. Exactly, Carter, it makes no damn sense. Clifton lives in Maryland, and that is only less than an hour from DC. Okay. Dakia lives in Maryland, my mistake. Sean, you're confusing me because regardless of where he lives, he loves to travel. And I feel like going to Mexico is not that big of a feat for him to accomplish to see his girl. I don't know. Joy was obnoxious and out of line. Too bad for you, Queen. I mean, y'all be over here still, so too bad for me or not. Listen, I am who I am. It's okay. It's okay. He don't want Dakia. Yeah, I feel like he already established that long time, especially when he basically said she's a square. Basically. This Ready to Love is getting toxic. They're either going to have to change the format or select better participants, period. Honestly, shows in general need to stop recruiting. I don't like that. And also the vetting process needs to be better. I find it funny though, how a lot of people complain about the vetting process when they were also vetted. Like, I'm sure somebody sees you as somebody who wasn't vetted properly. I just find that funny. They're like, oh, they need to vet these people better because I'm putting my trust in these people. Okay, but you might be the villain in somebody else's story. And somebody else might feel the same way about you too. So everybody as a whole needs to be vetted better. I understand that these shows now are, for a lot of people, for clout and notoriety. But that's the main reason why I want to believe in Joy and Clifton, because I genuinely tune in for love. I do. I tune in for genuine connections. I love Black love in all its forms. Not all its forms, but I love Black love. And so if this is something that I can buy into, I'm going to buy into it. I'm sorry. Whether or not y'all agree, I'm going to buy into it. The process needs to change also. Make the show higher stakes and put them in one environment at least. I agree. Dakia's facial expression said it all. She cannot forgive Eric. And honestly, that's her prerogative. She doesn't have to. Pia was proof that the show structure is deeply flawed. That is the job of producers. Queenie, we need to start calling them by calling who? Who are we calling out? You tune in for the drama, and that's okay. But I feel like regardless, drama is going to happen. When you put multiple people who are set in their ways in one environment, drama will ensue. There's drama that I have in my real life with people who I love to death. You know what I mean? So when you see that the drama is contrived, that's where I get annoyed. I'm like, you don't have to force it. Like, arguments will happen, disagreements will happen, lust will happen, love will may happen. But to force it, to me, I'm tired. I'm tired. The people who survive on the show are partly because of the elimination and partly those who don't fit the mold, I think you're trying to say, of the show. Love is the key. Agree. I don't like watching a show with contrived drama. It's too much. They force the entire season. Can't wait to get into it with y'all next week. Good night. Good night, Ellie. I feel like if you have a strong connection, you shouldn't get eliminated, which is really what it should be. I don't know if they should do like a 2-part type of filming. So I don't know who watched the show Are You the One? But on that show, if you found your matched person, you actually went into another villa and you explored that connection deeper without the distractions of all the other people. Maybe Ready to Love needs to implement that sort of thing where, like, if people find their person, which is the point of the show, you find your person, let them go and explore that and at least let us be a witness of what's going on. Because in this season, Joy picked Clifton long time. Last season, Camille picked Cornelius day 0. Like, this has been a thing that's been happening. So to make it seem like if a person blocks himself off of other connections, that means they're not ready to love. I don't like that. Even the phrasing itself, don't say I'm not ready to love because I didn't find love between this group of people. In a lot of cases, a lot of these people don't match up with each other. So to say, oh, you're not ready to love. No, I don't like y'all. I'm ready to love, just not you. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Good night for the people who are leaving. It's called Are You the One? I wouldn't suggest the last season though, but yeah. It's very drama filled. It's old. I don't think it'll be coming back, but they do like a pre-matching and then they put people in the house who are pre-matched and you're supposed to find who your person is, supposedly. There have been people though who found their perfect match and are still together. There's people who've been married, have kids. So, hey. Good night, Mo. Sabrina kissing Donovan was not a shocker. She straight up said she wanted more. She said it was good. She said it was good, but not with the drama, and he co-signed. So, hey, who knows what else they did? Allegedly. Good night, Ramona. Then, as in past seasons, some of the people had dated each other or have history. This is true. Some people do come in already knowing each other. Pick me is defined as someone deliberately exhibiting behavior to appease others, the opposite sex, whilst they claim to be unaware, but actually they are aware. Okay. Okay. Would I say with that definition that Dakia is a pick me then? I still don't. I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, the connection between her and Paul, although it did seem forced to me, I think the reality is if it didn't work, she wouldn't stay in that. And to me, that's not a pick-me to me. The people who she really had interest in, you would see it. You would see this woman really show interest in her eyes, in her physical touch, and the way that she spoke about them. Whereas with Paul, it was always potential. I don't think it was really there. Paul, however, I don't want to redate my ex-girlfriend on a show like this. I agree with you. Good night, Lakeisha. Dakia's not a pick me. She just overstayed her welcome. That's what I feel too. I feel like the producers loved her and they really wanted her to stick around, and they just try to make a situation work that really wasn't going to work, to be honest. Because if Paul had picked her, I would find it hard to believe that Dakia would have sat there and said, yes, I pick you back. I doubt it. I doubt it. And if she would have, well, then maybe y'all are right. Maybe y'all are right, but I don't believe it. That's exactly what Laverne said. His love was not there. Exactly, Daisy. And that's the part of the show that I don't like. I don't like that the insinuation is if you don't find your person on this show, you're not ready to love. But also, if you find your person on the show early on, you're not ready to love. Okay, so what makes somebody ready? Somebody who plays games until the end and then chooses somebody who they may or may not be actually compatible with, but they made it to the end, so they must be ready to love? Stupid. That's stupid. Dakia's not a pick-me. She was just too conservative for the show. She came off as boring to the men on the show. I do think that as well. I do think that a lot of the people saw her as a square. And so it's tough to be that fun, loving, outgoing person when somebody's a little bit more structured. I mean, she works for NASA, for crying out loud. She's an engineer. Like I said in the last episode, my father's an engineer too. And even sometimes when he talks to us, I'm like, so it does not surprise me that Dakia was giving the same energy. But pick me, I don't know. Junie, I'm going off of what people were saying in the comments before. Some people were calling her a pick me, so I'm just trying to rationalize whether or not I believe that she is, of which I do not. Dakia was too conservative, but she had a little more spunk than AP. This is true. This is true. With AP, I feel like I understand her bringing up the fact that she's a widow, but that scares a lot of people. A lot of people, especially when a lot of these people were seeming like they wanted to go with the flow, be more fun, loving, and all that stuff. Bringing in something so heavily weighted, like the fact that you lost your husband unexpectedly, was going to put a lot of people off. A lot of people off. Precious was giving me pick me vibes. She was very assertive with all the guys. See, I don't see her as a pick me either. I don't. That's why I'm saying maybe I don't understand what pick me truly means, because I don't see anybody on this cast conforming to whoever they're with in order to secure a relationship with that person. Like, I didn't see that. Y'all saw. Be honest. Take your bias off of whether or not you like the person. Y'all really saw that? Really? No, y'all. I don't know. I think Clifton may have gravitated towards AP had she not told him he reminded her of her brother. I don't think so, because I think AP is a little bit more serious than somebody like Joy, and maybe his like sexual innuendos or his fun-loving character wouldn't have been appreciated by somebody like AP. Paul and Dakia were adults. They were not fake at the end. That's an opinion. That's an opinion. Not Precious was just dehydrated. Mercy God. I can't with you guys. What time is it? Oh gosh, maybe let's do this for only 15 more minutes. I'm tired. I feel like this didn't give us not a damn thing. I don't know what we sat here for. I don't know what we waited a week for. They could have given this at the back end of last episode. This reunion was stupid. They will do anything to be chosen. That's a pick me. You know what? If we're equating pick me to that, to just be chosen at the end of the series, then fine. AP was mourning her father, who passed 1 week prior to filming. She said on an interview, well, that brings some context then. Because it did seem like she was holding on to the memory of her husband. But if she also was dealing with her father, that would make a lot of sense. Because last season, we kind of had the same situation with the girl who lost her cat or something like that. And like you could tell that something else was on her mind and she wasn't able to fully engage with the process. So if that makes sense. So if that's what it is, that makes sense, yeah. I think MC Light was a production plant. You think so? Oh no. Everybody was divorced and traumatized. It should have been called Ready to Try Again and probably fail, but date you if you look okay and don't expect much. Or I will run away and blame you. Oh my gosh, Will, I can't. I can't. Yeah, this reunion was definitely not it. It definitely could have been an email. Definitely could have been an email. Carmen is a master manipulator, you think? But if you think that Carmen is a master manipulator, then you think that Donovan is easily manipulated. Is that your opinion? Is that your opinion, Sean? She's the woman who can buy drink after drink from and still not get anywhere with her. She should have taken herself off the process. I would not go on Ready to Love, period, but especially if my dad just died, may he rest in peace. I mean, a lot of people heal in different ways. If she is attributing the fact that she was off in the process due to that, then definitely I do think that she should have removed herself from the process for sure. If the cast saw the show until the end, like the audience, they may not want to show up at the reunion after they see how production made their final edits. I understand that, but I feel like the fact that they have to keep recapping stuff is for the cast because the cast hasn't seen how things have happened. I feel like the perception of how things happen would be different because you have your memory, you have how it was edited, and you have how it was perceived by the general public. And so that all determines how you respond to certain questions. And sometimes that garners a really explosive reaction, and sometimes that garners a more subdued reaction. So I understand what you're saying, but I feel like I still don't like how they pre-film the reunion so early on in the season. I don't like, because some people were saying it was around episode 2 or 3. We're a good 13, 14 episodes in. What do you mean? No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. We need a live audience at the reunion. Okay, and they better be allowed to ask questions too. Bring that format back. In the interview, AP said she went on the show because of her last conversation with her father. What was the conversation? Who do you think was best dressed? Of the dresses that I noticed, because I don't really take in people's outfits, I honestly would say Carmen. I liked the blue. I like the train, the attachment train. I don't know if it was detachable, but if it is, even better. I liked it. Carmen said she's a bad girl, but Donovan is as much or more of a mess, and so it works between them. I like that because I can be very inappropriate according to some. Hey, like I said, if it works for them, it works for them. I don't want to project my relationship ideals on them because they are not me and I am not with them. So if it works for them, it works for them. Tiffany did look good. Tiffany definitely looked good for sure. I'm surprised Tina made it to the show. You mean the reunion? I'm not surprised because I feel like they were using her as a scapegoat, to be honest. I do think that she did have an avoidant approach on her latter half of being on there. However, I'm not surprised that they brought her on. I'm not surprised. You need a scapegoat. I think Carmen is a very self-assured woman. I grew to find her more entertaining as the show continued. Mercy, I cannot read right now, you guys. Then the segment with her parents was one of the best parts. I do think that her parents did almost humanize her a little bit, but then I wonder, how did she become so... My friend, when she watches the show, she was like, wow, no brassiere again? That's how she thinks of Carmen. So I wonder how she became that kind of woman, considering who her parents are. I mean, an army vet and a pastor, mercy God. But I did like her parents' segment for sure. I just wonder if they hold Carmen to the same standard that they were holding Donovan to, because how are you gonna want her partner to be God-fearing and she potentially, I'm not saying she isn't, but potentially doesn't hold that to a high regard? Like, please. PKs are wild AF. Okay. Listen. You're right. The PK does explain it. PKs are always out there, at least the ones that I know. This is true. It's the PKs and it's the people in the band. The drummer, the bass player, the piano player. I've had my share of all of them. Facts. Why are they grilling him? But where's her faith? And we're not saying she doesn't have, she doesn't have a substantial foundation in Christianity and all that stuff. I'm just saying, I hope you hold the same fire up to your daughter. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's final. Ain't no all. Laverne looked like garbage. Not garbage, Junie. I think it was cute, the little shorts. I couldn't even make it to the end of that sentence. Yeah, that was special. Her faith is in those blue contacts. I mean, she is faithful to them. Hey, y'all. Laverne has sworn off dating altogether after this experience. Has anybody else self-eliminated off the show before? Yes, it has happened before. I mean, last season there was Camille, who did it to follow not Demetrius. What's his name? Cornelius. It has happened before. Long story short. In terms of him swearing off dating, I feel like don't let this process have you jaded. I'm a hopeless romantic, for those who know me. So I don't believe that one bad situation should make you jaded in regards to every person that you come in contact with. So it's unfortunate that he feels that way. But also, I saw his interview, I think it was with Crystal. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The cameras, I'm seeing double. And he had said that this was his first dating experience since his ex in however many years. So I feel like maybe you should have had a little bit more experience outside of the process. And then you should have seen that even though it didn't work with these people, that doesn't mean that it won't work in general. And if you carry yourself as somebody who, if you see yourself as somebody who has integrity, you need to carry yourself in that way regardless of the circumstances. And that's where I was kind of disappointed by Laverne. I wanted him to show up better, even though the situation didn't play into how he would have wanted to be portrayed. So yeah, it's sad. Laverne kind of disappointed me, can't lie. Laverne needs to go to counseling. A good amount of these people need to go to counseling. A few amount of people. Let's respect the PKs. Are you a PK, Will? I've got to run, good people. Shabbat shalom. Goodbye, Sean. Glad to have... Not baby Jesus. Mercy God. It was kind of hilarious how Laverne and Precious were arguing about what Ace said, but Tommy didn't even ask Ace what she said. Ace was just chilling in the middle. Honestly. Sean is a PK. Well, that explains it. That explains it. my goodness. Laverne married and dated his high school sweetheart. No real dating experience prior to the show. Exactly, Queen of the South. I think he needed a little bit more real life experience to see how ghetto the dating scene is today. And that will remind you that although you experience a series of bad experiences, that shouldn't mean that you swear off love in general. You swear off dating in general. Sometimes you'll see that diamond in the rough. But even Sean himself, I do think that, take some time to yourself, but don't swear it off. That's all I'm saying. Don't swear it off. Just take some time to yourself. It's not Christian-like to compare then trash other women. Karma, Mama Joy said, needs to grow up in that area. That's kind of going over my head. I can't lie. I'm not sure what you're referring to. That explains so much then. Precious was going ham. Was she high? I don't like that statement because it insinuates that she's not of sound mind in stating that claim. Whether or not it's high, it's claiming she's not of sound mind. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see the next episode. I don't know. Okay, if PKs need more love, maybe there's hope for us yet. So you are a PK. I knew it. I felt it. Most have said they're going to psychiatrists. Really? I would have just said psychologist because psychiatrist insinuates that you need some medication to go along with it. She was knucking and bucking and ready to fight. Oh my goodness. Nuck if you buck. Why nuck if you buck? Nuck if you buck. Why nuck if you buck? All right, y'all. Rating out of 10. What would you give the season and what would you give the reunion? For me, the season as a whole, I would give it a 7. The reunion, 5. The wine 1. So remember when I said it starts in my feet? It's already hit my head. I told y'all I hadn't eaten. I haven't eaten today. Season 7, reunion 3. Season 5, reunion 4. Season 5, reunion 5. Season 5, reunion 6. So the reunion is giving less. Oh, except for ZJF, you're giving the reunion more. Okay. Alexis Marie, you're just waiting for Miami. So announcement for those who care. For Miami, I'm going to have somebody else on the channel as well. It's not just going to be me. And honestly, he hit me up back in December, but I've just been trying to work out the logistics of how it would work. So we were supposed to do this season together, but we're going to do next season together. So the watch parties are not just going to be me. There's going to be a male perspective. So hopefully y'all will enjoy it. I mean, if you don't, just suck it up and shut up. And we'll keep it rocking. Season is a 6. Reunion was a 7. Oh my gosh. Reunion so far a 5. Oh goodness. Season 7 reunion a 3. Damn. Yeah, India, we're trying to get a male perspective on here, and he's older. He's of the age group of the people on the show. So maybe for those people who think that I am immature, you'll have a grown perspective, and he'll be a male. So there you go. Who will it be? I talked about him a minute ago. I think it was near the beginning of the season. His name is Mo. So yeah, you'll see the both of us next season. Not is he fine. You can make that judgment when he comes on. You can make that judgment for yourself. Thank you, Simply. I mean, people hear the age and they're like, but it is what it is. I like a live end of season. I like a live end of season reunion. Exactly. Yeah. Mo better bring it. I think he will. We have the same kind of energy. So I think you guys will take well to him. At least I hope so. Yeah, I think it'll be good vibes. It'll be good vibes. At least I won't just be talking to myself. There'll be another YouTuber here where, you know, he can give his opinion. So yeah. I think part 2 of the reunion will be better. It better be, because they gave us too much damn recap. There was so much recap. And here's the thing about the recap. I understand that some of the people on the show didn't get to see how the season ended and all that stuff. Show that to the people without showing us. We were there. And if we weren't there, we'll go back and we'll rewatch it. Don't show us what happened in the season. And then they want to show these never before seen, and the clip is like all of 5 seconds long. That's stupid. The point of the reunion is to tie loose ends and to show us what we didn't see in order to put things into context. And instead, they reiterated what we already know. And also, this is why I don't like the mid-season interviews. I watch some of them, I do. However, I feel like it takes away from the reunion, especially because the reunion is pre-filmed. The way that they approach this whole thing is just stupid. It's just stupid. Rating of production for this season is a 3. I'm with you there. I'm with you there. Hopefully, but we all know Ready to Love will hype up everything. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely think they're going to sell us. They're going to try to sell us something grand, and then we're going to receive something less than stellar. I like never before seen scenes. Only one, though, Wiley's. Exactly. They gave us like maybe 3 never before seen moments. And only one took my breath away, which was Wiley talking about how well endowed he was, which I mean, okay. But also, why? Why show us that? Are they going to stop doing Meet the Cast episodes? I don't know. I don't know. If you think about it, though, they haven't done that for all the seasons. I feel like they've only done that for The Last Resort and then the season after that. The 2 seasons after that. But, yeah, maybe they've stopped doing it. Who knows? In that moment, I'm also disappointed in my favorite person, Joy. Instead of hugging Eric, she needed to hug Dakia. I respect Paul for standing up for her. He touched her breast. I hear you. I hear you. I don't know. Where can we get a preview of YouTuber Mo? He, what is his channel name? Mo.j. He was in the chat earlier, so if you want to go back to the beginning, if you want to do all that effort, you'll see his handle, but it's Mo, Moedotj on YouTube. Queenie, they need to recruit your services for some of these shows because a lot of the people deaf have unresolved trauma and project their issues. Listen here, Shay. And as much as I would love to be a voice of reason on some of these shows, the fact that I am born in the year that I was born, nobody's going to take me seriously. That's just the reality of it. It doesn't matter the education that I have. It doesn't matter the insightful conversations that I have with y'all. Age is but a number to them. So, yeah. It is what it is. It's cool. I remember, was it 2 seasons ago now? Somebody was all up in my comments, and then I said, yo, like, come on the show. And I feel like the reason why he was reluctant was because I'm so young. But then now when I see the stuff that he be talking about, I'm like, age ain't nothing but a number, babe. When it comes to the intellect, listen, the thing that people forget is I cannot choose the year that I was born. That ain't got nothing to do with me. My intellect is something separate. Good night, M. Carter. Glad to have you. I feel like I should go too. Oh, we got what? 9 more minutes? Okay, 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Thank you, Simply Set Free. I appreciate that. It's not a complex that I hold on to, honestly. It's just the reality of life, and it is what it is. It is what it is. That's cool. So things that I want to see in the next episode, I definitely want them to explore the whole Tina's disappearing act, if they will do that. I want them to go into... Okay, so they talked about Sabrina. Who else did we not really get to see? What else did we not get to see, y'all? Why are Demetrius and Precious fighting though? Or her clubbing? Okay, yeah, I guess we can go into that. Age is just a number. Lots of old fools in these per. Demetrius, why he is standoffish. Yeah, I definitely want to see. I'm honestly, one interview that I really want to see is an interview with Demetrius, because it seems like he sees himself as the prize, which isn't wrong. I feel like we should all see ourselves as somebody who is held with high regard. However, I would like to hear him justify why he kind of carried himself the way that he did. I felt like he didn't really want to try, and he only was going to give himself to somebody who fully fell into a relationship with him, and then he would show up for them. I really want him to explain that. I don't know if they're going to go into it the next episode, but sure. Obviously, I want to hear from Joy and Clifton and where they are as of the filming of the reunion. We know where they are today, but as of the filming of the reunion, I want to hear Joy and, Donovan and Carmen kind of explain what makes them the solid couple that they're trying to sell themselves to be. Not that I need the justification, but I would like to hear it from the horse's mouth. So yeah, good night, Junie. The tenor of the chats reflects the energy of the hosts. The tenor? My mind works in music, so I'm literally hearing tenor voices in my head. Demetrius is emotionally unavailable. Ciao. At least that's what we see. She'll be out of town. Demetrius gave surface level the whole season. Yeah, I feel like, and as much as a lot of people wanted to say that Clifton was a player or whatever, we saw more vulnerability from Clifton than we did from Demetrius. What about Demetrius's history do we truly know? Truly. Not much, if you ask me. Oh, read above? What did I say? I appreciate you're not a person with unresolved trauma projecting it onto the cast. I just came on and laughed and was turned on, all your fault, and felt part of the positive community. Glad to have you, Will. I try my best. Listen, I know that there are 3 sides to every story, his, hers, and the truth, or whichever parties are involved in the truth. So I never want to be the person who, sides with whoever you resonate with the most, because the reality is everybody's capable of lying. Everybody's capable of perceiving something wrong. Everybody's capable of misconstruing somebody's intentions. So I want to see all sides of the story, and I want to make a just decision based on all the information given to us. On top of that, I tell you guys repeatedly, I went to school for psychology. So understanding how people think, understanding how people move in society is a passion of mine. So I don't ever want to limit myself to the words that I hear from somebody who I like as gospel, because that's not necessarily true. So I want to hear all sides. I want to be objective when I hear these people talk. And some people don't like it. That's okay. That's your business. Yeah, it's okay. Think Little Black Book will have an interview with Demetrius, and here is a slight culture. And there is a slight culture of men wanting to be chased versus initiating an effort and then having it reciprocated. I'll definitely be tuning in to see what Demetrius has to say. But yeah. Tenor has dual meanings. LOL. He means tenor as the general context of something. See, I think in music. So when I think tenor, I think singing. So I think he's saying the mood of Tommy is affected by the castmates. Okay. I was thinking that too, Shay. Did he want to be chased a little? I think he definitely did. I think what his friend said about submission, a part of that plays into dating. Of course, when you're dating, you don't expect somebody to completely submit to you. However, you want that person who kind of falls into you, you know, they give in, the guard is down very quickly, they're very enamored by you out of the gate, and unfortunately, he was never going to get that from anybody on this cast, and so that kind of made him closed off a little bit. When I see his dates with Precious, Tina, and Sabrina, a lot of them did not get a soft side of Demetrius, a pursuer side of Demetrius. We only saw it 2 times with Demetrius, and that was on the rocks during the first beach getaway, and then again at the other getaway, but that was coaxed by Sabrina. It's really not natural for Demetrius to be like, listen, I'm in, I want to give you everything, I want to pursue, I want to da-da-da-da-da-da. He doesn't really do that. He kind of wants the effort, receive it, process it, and then decide to, you know, show up in that way. I don't like that. Oh no. Demetrius is probably a Kevin Samuels man where men want high quality women, and yes, men should be chased. You know me, I'm not a Kevin Samuels fan over here, so yikes. I don't know. I get the sense that he's sexually inhibited. He's attractive, but I don't get the sense that he's sexy or has the energy to match his look. Damn, Mercy, tell us how you really feel. Tell us how you really feel. I still have hope for Demetrius, honestly. That's my personal bias, because for me, I want somebody who is that leader type of person, isn't so like looking for the shiny new thing and hopping from person to person, kind of like how Corey was for last season. Like, I kind of like how stoic Demetrius is. If I was to pick a personal person, if I was to pick somebody, but effort was lacking from Demetrius, 1000%. Effort was lacking, or at least effort was not displayed to us, the viewers, and so that's where he lost me. The mood of the chat here is calm, thoughtful, and fun. That reflects my experience of Queen E. Great to meet you again. See you soon. Aww, I love that. See, y'all are representing me well. I love that. We'll see you again potentially next week. I wish we could have met his ex on this season. Did they do the exes this season? They didn't. Wow. It was Meet the Friends, and then it was Meet the Family, and then it was Meet the Family. There were no exes. It would have been nice to have seen Demetrius' ex for sure. For sure. Sabrina said he never smiles. That's alarming. It is. It definitely is. They did the lady. Oh, they did. You're right. They did the ladies' exes. That's true. I think both genders need to meet the exes and the friends that ain't fair. I hear you. I feel like the family is pushing it, but if they're going to do the exes and the friends, then I'm okay with that. Because naturally, your social circles do tend to cross over sometimes when you're in an intimate relationship with someone. So the friends make sense to me. The family, for me, is overkill. Definitely overkill. Oh, no, honestly. All right, y'all, it is 10 o'clock, which means our time here is over. I'm gonna love y'all and leave y'all and go to bed because the wine has hit my head. And yeah, it is what it is. The verdict will be out on whether or not I'll be live next week. I won't be home. That's the real reason why I won't be here, potentially. So we'll see. If I can finesse it with my brother, because I'll be at my brother's house, then yes, I'll be here. And if not, maybe I'll just put up a review or something, even though I know y'all would rather have a watch party than a review. But yeah, I'm going to see y'all when I see y'all. Goodbye. God's blessings. And stay safe and have fun.